Hi friend, it's Claudine, welcome back. I'm gonna do some cash stuffing and I thought I'd bring you along to show you how I do it. I went to the bank, used my cash breakdown slip and told the teller that I wanted all of these denominations to equal $1,030 and that is exactly what I got. So I already put it in my cash tray area. So we're good to go. This is how I calculated that. If you didn't see my last video, this is a free, actually both of these are free downloads on my Ko-fi shop. So if you're interested in needing any of these, you're welcome to go grab one. This is, I think, 6 a page and you just cut them out. You could laminate it if you want. I did not. I like to just use it and then recycle it. But this explained to me how I wanted to get all my cash in which denominations, so that makes it a lot easier for me. And now I can just use this instead of having to go back to my paycheck budget form, because this tells me how I was gonna itemize it all out. Sometimes I do things differently, and so it's not always consistently the same in terms of what kinds of denominations I want to take out from the bank and how I'm gonna stuff them into the envelopes. So this is super helpful to have. So I'm gonna just put this here. I might actually move it off to the side a little bit and use it as a reference. So most of the things that I'm cash stuffing today are sinking funds. So I find that I'm stuffing sinking funds more than regular spending envelopes these days. And I'm not really sure if that's just a trend or if that's something that I'm gonna keep doing, but for now, that's where we're gonna go. I think we're gonna start in here. And let's see, yep, we're gonna start in here. I don't need this, we'll move this over here. The first envelope we're gonna do is Canva subscription, and this is gonna get 10. And I just selected a $10 bill. So that can go right in here. And what makes these sinking funds in my mind, and I don't know if this is like an official definition of them, but I like to say that a sinking fund is something that I'm saving up for long term. And to me, that could be basically anything longer than a month, frankly. I think that for the most part, I try to do longer than 6 months or longer than a year for my sinking funds, but I know that I have a sinking fund for my holiday breaks for my daughter's school, so spring break and fall break. And depending on when those occur, they could be just a few months away or they could be a full year away. So I'm saving for those as long-term, but they're not always gonna be a full year away, if that makes sense. So anyway, gutter cleaning happens actually for us once a year. And this is also gonna get a $10 bill. And then pest control is gonna get 40, so it's just gonna get 2 $20 bills. This is another example. We pay this quarterly, I think. So even though I consider it long-term, it's not really like long-term, but it is quarterly. So it's not every month is how I look at it. All right, so we're gonna skip over tips. We're gonna skip over, nope, actually we're not. Vacation is getting 20. Anniversary trip / vacation. Definitely a long-term savings fund. Let's see what else. We've got fall break and spring break that I mentioned, and these are each gonna get 20. Coincidentally, my daughter just had fall break, but she only had 1 day for fall break. So I think I might merge this into like a winter break situation, because she's definitely going to want to go somewhere for winter break, and did not go anywhere for fall break. So we'll see. All right, spring break we did. Birthdays we're going to skip. Are we going to skip birthdays? Yep, it's not on my list, so we're skipping that. Car is going to get $50. And for that, we're doing one $50 bill. So that can go in here. Hot tub is gonna get a 20. Lawn care is going to get 200, and I was gonna put just 2 $100 bills. And then let's see. think I've got everything from in here. We don't need this, we don't need this. Okay, so I think this is it for this one. And we'll move over into my binder for holidays. And so holidays is getting 30. And typically what I do for these is I do $5 bills into each one. So we can just do this really quick. So January for New Year's gets 5. February for Valentine's Day gets 5. March for Easter gets 5. October for Halloween gets 5. November for Thanksgiving gets 5. And December for Christmas and winter solstice also gets 5. I actually just realized that I have been saving October for Halloween, and I haven't bought anything yet for Halloween, although I did buy, actually that's not true, I did buy a package of cupcakes, like the little Hostess cupcakes. They come individual with like light green frosting. So I bought those yesterday to hand out because I thought they were so cute. And I also bought a package of ramen noodles, which sounds super weird, but one year, here's a little story. One year I was giving out candy to the children in my neighborhood, and we had a huge influx at the end of the night of teenagers, mostly boys. And I had run out of candy, and I just, I didn't think anybody else was coming. So I ran into my pantry that year and I grabbed some ramen noodles, and I gave all the teenage boys ramen noodles, and they loved it. They thought it was great. So I have continued the tradition of having like ramen noodles and candy. If I leave or go out or something, like if I go to my sister's house, then I'll just leave a bowl of stuff on the front porch. And usually people, they don't take, you'd think that they would just dump the whole thing into their bag, but they don't. So that's good. But I like to have a little variety. I don't know. What do you guys give out for Halloween? If you do participate in trick-or-treating, I would love to hear what you're giving out, because apparently this year I'm going to do some ramen noodles and some cupcakes. But this is interesting because I kind of forgot that I was saving. I have 5, 10. Let's see, let me start this over. Oh, wow. I have 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. I have $40 in here. That's great. So I'm going to kind of reassess. My daughter might need money for a costume. So if that's the case, I will use this money for her costume, like her, if she's buying boots or something to go with whatever she's gonna wear. So, okay, anyway, that's really nice. I totally forgot about that. And it's so good to have the savings, and that way I don't have to worry about it because I've got it already saved. Perfect. Okay, so let's go through this. I did not check these off as I went. So we did, let's see, we did Canva, we did gutters, we did Terminex, holidays, vacation, breaks, car, hot tub, lawn. All right, so now we need gas, Amazon, prescription, my husband, and birthdays. We are gonna do birthdays. Okay, so birthdays gets 20. So we're gonna go back to this one. I haven't saved for birthdays in a while, and it's good to get back into the habit of it. I used to try to do $1 into each envelope, no matter what, but I feel like that's sort of fallen by the wayside, because then I would have like an odd number with just like $1 in there or $3 in there, and I didn't really like that. Okay, so gas is gonna get 140, so it's gonna get 102 40s. I mean, 2 20s. This is gonna actually go, do I have an envelope for this in my binder is the question. I don't know if I do. I pay almost for all of my gas on the credit card. I don't think it's this envelope. You know what? I'm just going to put it all in here. I'll remember what it's for because it's got a little gas thing on it. I don't know why I crossed off gas, because I do use the Costco credit card for gas. So there's that. All right, so that is in there. And then we'll do Amazon. It's going to get, let's see, Amazon is getting a 50. So we'll take that. And then prescriptions is getting 100, 250s. This actually usually goes right into my wallet. So I'm gonna put this to the side and I'll put that in my wallet. Actually, I'll just put it right here. Put that in my wallet when we're done. And then my husband's get 300 in his wallet, which I think, oh, there it is. And I can actually unstuff this. So we had $20 left over. So I'm gonna just keep it in the front here, try to decide what I wanna do with that. But there should be 300 here, so 51, 52, and 53. Perfect. Okay. So there's that. Now, technically, this is November's stuffing. So the gas money, the Amazon, the husband money, the lawn care, prescriptions, all of those, which aren't technically sinking funds, they're more like bills. Those are for November. So I use the first paycheck of 1 month, which for this one is October, and I allocate that for November, the first sort of bills that come up due in November. And that's why I'm stuffing those now. So that's why this is like this. So I'm actually gonna put this here in the front now that I'm thinking about it. So my husband has $20 left for the month of October if he wants to use that for anything. I think he may need gas, so we'll use it probably that's what that's for. And then we'll start with this money back here in November. So that's a little confusing, but that's how it works. Okay, so we're all stuffed up, which is great. And I think that is it. We've got, this money will go into my wallet for prescriptions. Probably won't need that much, which is great. And then I can do a little rollover situation with that for the month of November. And that's it. That's all I've got. I don't have anything else to show you right now. Quick and simple cash stuffing. I will say though, I do have these that I got from the bank. So for my Frugal Fridays, I turned in a few dimes. It was like $4 in dimes. And then my bank doesn't like to take coins unless they're rolled. And she did it for me because it was just like $4. But she gave me these to fill in, to stuff these with the nickels, because I have some nickels and some pennies. So she gave me these, so I'm going to try to do that, and then we'll have a few more quarters to pay. We'll have a few more quarters to play on Frugal Friday with our challenges. So until then, I will see you in the next one.